Hi, my name's Tessmann, and today I'm going to show you how I pack my bags for going to a Nitro race. First off, I'll pack my carry-ons. I always carry my cars and radio on. The radio goes in its case, and then the cars I'll carry on in a backpack or a roller carry-on. And first off, you want to make sure your car is completely clean, all the fuel out of the fuel tank, as clean as you can possibly make it, so it's easy to go through customs or security, so they don't give you any troubles. For buggy, I always carry it in a little bit smaller backpack, and then I'll put like a chassis underneath it just to kind of take some weight out of the check bags, because we're usually pretty close on weight. So if you have heavier stuff like arms and stuff that's not sharp, that weighs a little more, they'll usually let you carry it on. So I'll do that. I'll put like jeans or heavy shorts and stuff in the carry-on as much as I can fit in there. It just gives your check bags a little bit more room for weight. For the truggy, I'll take off one side of the arms. It depends on how big your backpack is, obviously, but I'll take off that so it fits in nicely. And then I'll put chassis again under here, usually chuggy, match them up. But then I'll put heavy shorts and stuff and anything else I can fit in here to kind of take weight out of the carry-ons or the check bags. You don't want to put like a screw kit or nothing or drill bits or nothing in there, because then the security guys will kind of freak out. So you want to make sure you have really non-dangerous looking parts in your carry-on. Then I'll put the suspension arms in there, and then if I have wings out, I'll put them in there too, just so they don't get crushed. So once that's all done and packed up, I'll start on I'll take, when we go to a Nitro race, we run truggy and buggy, and when Mom comes, we'll take 3 bags, 2 big Ojo bags, and then a smaller Ojo bag. And then I'll usually break up all the heavy stuff. So I'll put, usually parts trays are heavy, Dremel bag, toolbox, starter box, all that stuff is really heavy, so I'll try to split that up evenly between all the bags. Do it in like thirds. That also matters on how many bags you take. So I'll put that. Try to stack these up, and then once you have them all, I put them all in the middle, and then I have all the clothes bags here. I put my clothes in shopping bags, usually like a set for a day. I'll put it in a Safeway bag or something, and then I'll put it in the check luggage. The reason I put it in a bag is just to keep it clean and kind of contained, so if they do open the bag in security and stuff, or wherever they check them, it doesn't fall out, or if it does fall out, it doesn't get all dirty and kind of screwed up. So it's kind of just convenient little packs, and then you can pack stuff easier. So I usually put it around the outside of the bag because they like to chuck bags and break stuff. So I'll just package around there. I'll usually put the clothes in somewhere towards the end. Like I'll put the small cases around. I usually wrap them up in bags, put them in the center, try to get everything as cushioned around the outside as I can. And with these Ojo bags, you have a hard end and a hard bottom. So it's kind of protected from that end, so you don't have to put quite as much stuff there. You can more the front and sides, put that on there. And then once you have all the heavy stuff kind of distributed, I'll put like a pit bag in another bag, and kind of just go from each bag, like put one thing in similar weights. Kind of do that all the way around, and eventually you'll get down to all your stuff, have it all packed up, and then if you do this enough, you'll get kind of used to what goes where and how much stuff you can put in, and it'll be a lot easier. But the first time is a little tricky. You kind of have to just trial and error, fit stuff in, see how it all fits up, and then I'll use a luggage scale to do once the bags are completely done. I'll use a luggage scale just to make sure they're not over 50, so when you go to the gate, you don't have to be rummaging through your bag when you're trying to check in. So I'll just keep doing this. I'll go around. Dremel bag's another heavy thing. Put motors in. And I like to do also with the clothes when you put them in is don't just put all your clothes in one bag, or don't put all your socks and underwear in one bag. Try to split it up so if you do lose one bag, you have some clothes to wear until your bag shows up. That just makes the things a little bit more convenient if something does go wrong. So keep doing this, and then put clothes in alongside, just so you don't show up at the race and all your trays are broken. just kind of go back and forth. These aren't all the clothes, obviously, but just kind of go back and forth and make sure you're not overloading one bag or filling one too full. And then light stuff, that's like air filters and fuel tubing, you can put in without really padding because it's not going to break them. They're good for padding also. But then stuff like gas tanks, little tiny parts trays you want to pad very well so they don't break and lose all your pieces. And then also tune pipes, radio trays, stuff like this that can get damaged, I'll wrap up really nice, kind of put it right in the center of each bag. I can even use, sometimes if you only have one fuel bottle in your pit bag, I'll put like a spring trays or some other small parts trays in there. It's kind of a good cushion all around it, so they'll do that if I don't have two fuel bottles, but for truggy I'll have two fuel bottles, or for truggy and buggy. I can put some stuff in here though. And this will kind of just, over the years we've kind of figured out what you can get away with for having stuff broken and whatnot. And then if you have all your bags fit, because these Ogio bags are a little bit heavier than other bags, you sometimes can't get them quite full before they're overweight. So I'll put in a little bit of padding just to kind of fill the bag up and keep stuff from sloshing around in there. And then I'll have, once everything's full, kind of level on top, I'll put a pit board on top just to kind of fit everything on nicely. And then you can put your pit mat on top of that, whatever. And then, what else? The wings I have in a box just to kind of keep them from getting crushed. It's pretty sturdy, so you don't really have to pad a whole lot for this. But it's light, it can go in last and on top. So once you have all your heavy stuff packed in, your breakables packed up, you can put the light stuff on top. Car stands, usually put over something like an engine box or something like that, just to kind of keep it from getting too messed up. But other than that, I think that's about it. And if you do that enough times, you'll kind of get in a groove, and then you'll figure out what you need to do, and you should be good to go. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.